The hoop right away with Worthy. Scott tips it in. That didn't take long, Thomas.
Well, you know they're going to the hoop as many times as they can. Use that speed. That's what the Lakers are known for.
We have seen the Portland Trail Blazers with a kind of a deliberate, structured offense, maybe a little different now, huh?
They're going to run as much as they can, according to Jack Ramsey.
Kenny Carr takes it to the hoop against Kareem. Kenny Carr missed half the year with arthroscopic surgery on his left knee. They've missed him. Worthy. This is going to be a high-scoring game. Don't you have that feeling?
Well, with Drexler out on the wing and Kiki Vandeweghe, the third man up on their fast break, they're pretty devastating themselves, the Trailblazers. So if they're willing to run, it could be a real high-scoring game.
Jack Ramsey, 60 years old, is the oldest coach in the NBA, and Steve Coulter will go to the line. He is a big story for the Trailblazers, a second-round draft pick out of New Mexico State, one of 5 rookies on the team. And according to Pat Riley, he couldn't stop singing the praises of him at practice yesterday.
Well, he can penetrate, shoot outside, got good range, but the only thing he lacks is experience, but he's sure picking it up quickly since Valentine got hurt.
Darnell Valentine will be coming off the bench, as will Jim Paxson and Michael Thompson. So 3 starters we're used to with Portland not opening the game. Kareem going inside, tipped up and in by Magic Johnson. So the Lakers have tied the game. Second tie here as the teams feeling each other out.
Interesting matchup. They've got Rambis guarding Bowie and Kareem guarding Carr.
And that happened the last time they played. Clyde Drexler on that basket. Nearly a turnover. Basket good and a foul. Kareem. I think Kareem has always enjoyed playing against the Blazers, and for some reason, Portland really hasn't found the number against him.
Well, he's the smartest big man in the game offensively I've ever seen. He is a real force in there. He shoots so well, but he tempts you, he teases you with his shot, and then when you start to come at him with other people, he finds the open men to the basket. Great passer.
He'll be 38 years old on April the 16th, will Kareem, but he is playing better than ever. His numbers are up in all of the departments. Drexler has a screen from Bowie and a steal Worthy, and he stepped out of bounds.
Worthy is a very deceiving defender. He's got those long arms and some real good quickness. And he can lay back like a half step back and still pick off passes. Watch him get out there so quickly.
Scott is on Coulter and overplaying him, and Coulter, seeing that, goes to the hoop. Lakers. Scott. Drexler is back on defense, so are the rest of the Blazers. Scott loses it. Good defense by Clyde Drexler, and here comes Portland. Coulter, watch out from behind. Drexler, fancy stuff. Kenny Carr loses it. A little sloppy right now. A lot sloppy right now. And Bowie saves it for Portland.
That Drexler has emerged this season into a real superstar.
Bowie comes up high. Rambis on him, as Tommy mentioned, and Kareem got a hand on it. And Jess Kersey says it's still Portland ball. The Blazers have won 9 of their last 11. And in their victory over Seattle in their last game, they scored a season-high 145 points. So this is a prolific scoring team. 10 seconds to try the shot. 6. Bowie setting a screen. Coulter. He can hit from outside. He's their best three-point threat as it's developed.
Well, one of the reasons why they made that trade for Kiki Vandeweghe was because they felt they lacked a lot of outside shooting. Coulter has given it to him, and so has Vandeweghe.
Kareem inside against Bowie. He's going to teach Sam a lesson or two, but I'll tell you what, Jack Ramsey said within 5 years, Sam Bowie will be one of the top 5 centers in the NBA. 9-8 the score with 9:18 to go. First period, the Lakers in front.
Little strategy move, having Rambis got Bowie up on the point.
Coulter, Vandeweghe. Portland having trouble with their half-court game. And here's Scott ahead of the field. No one is playing better for the Lakers than Byron Scott, who has emerged as their best shooter, an outside threat, and leads the NBA in three-point field goal average.
Well, every once in a while, the Lakers will throw a 1-3-1 trap defense at you and take you out of your normal offense. That's what happened the last trip.
Another steal. Rambis. Magic down the middle, the quarterback. Hurt has the shot. Won't take it. Rambis posting up Kenny Carr. And Carr defensively plays well. And here's Coulter on the run. Good pass, touch pass from Coulter back to Kenny Carr. Tipped in by Sam Bowie, but it was a good touch pass by Coulter on the break.
That was a heck of a tip-up by Sam Bowie up for a fast break.
Magic outside in the scoring column again. He has 4.
You don't often see centers get up there and miss shots on fast breaks.
Nearly 4 minutes gone by in the opening period. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn at the 4. Laker hands all over the place, and Vandeweghe barely had control and made a fine baseline drive. Lakers have won 15 out of 17. They're really sizzling these days. But Bowie gets the rebound. Fast-paced game. We're seeing
Drexler loves to run, and I think Coulter does too.
Well, I think Drexler and Coulter have had a big role in the change in the offensive philosophy of Jack Ramsey this year. Oh, missing. Here's Magic. Going in. Normally he makes those. It's still Laker ball.
Here we're going to watch a Portland fast break starting up the court off a rebound, and watch them push it up. And Sam Bowie is hustling right down the middle. Here comes the shot, but look at the good rebound position for the tip-in. Unusual for a center.
Moving days can turn into a moving days. Renting from someone other than Ryder.
This is that controversial trade they're still talking about. Denver, of course, has the best record they've ever had. Calvin Nat made the All-Star team. Cooper and Lafayette Lever came over, plus 2 draft picks, including a #1 this year. And Kiki Vandeweghe was the spoils that went to Portland. And a lot of people are criticizing that trade, saying that it gave Denver a division title, which it just about has. And for Portland, it put him into a struggling position, Tom.
Well, I think that the trade, like all trades, cannot be evaluated right away. I think the reason they made the deal is because they thought Sam Bowie would be a great player, and Kiki Vandeweghe was needed for the outside shooting to help Bowie become an inside scorer.
Vandeweghe is their leading scorer at over 22.5 points per game, and right at the top of free throws in the NBA, battling with Larry Bird. We'll tell you more about that. 7:10 to go, first period. Bowie trying to pass it inside, blind pass, not a good one. Rambis to Johnson. Scott. That's what he's been doing lately. Byron Scott, he had a season's high of 30 Friday against Kansas City.
And more importantly, coming into the playoffs, Pat Riley has consummate confidence in Byron Scott.
Second year, he was acquired in that Norm Nixon trade, which has looked awfully good for the Lakers. Vandeweghe looking to get free. That was way off the mark.
You don't see him miss by that wide a margin too often.
6.5 to go, first period. Magic penetrates. Nice play. Magic Johnson averaging nearly 18 a game, and Byron Scott on the steal. He stepped out of bounds. Portland still has it, but it just gives you an example of the kind of tenacious defense the Lakers have played, and their fans reward them with a hand.
You're going to see Magic coming strong against Kiki Vandeweghe. Everybody else is trying to clog it up, particularly Sam Bowie. He goes up there to be a shot block and misses it. But Magic gives everybody trouble when he gets in the middle.
Carr, by the way, was a first-round draft pick by the Lakers. Three-point attempt off the mark by Coulter. Drexler in the corner for Portland. Nearly halfway through this opening period. And Vandeweghe hits the shot outside. Kiki Vandeweghe, who has given Portland perimeter shooting along with Steve Coulter, and it's a 17-14 game. The Lakers lead. Coming off the screen, Scott going strong to the hoop. The basket counts and a foul. Well executed. And what can Jack Ramsey tell his team how to defend that?
Get back fast and also watch the weak side. That was one of those push-ups where they make it happen before the defense gets totally set up. And they get you looking one way like a karate chop and use your strength of your defense against you. And, boy, they really found Scott easily.
Coulter on the foul, and the Laker guards are red hot. Scott misses there.
Safe that one.
But the Laker guards are 7 of 8 between them so far, and that's why the Lakers are shooting so well. 5:40 remaining in the first period. Scott is perfect, 4 for 4 from the field. 7 on the shot clock. Carr over Kareem. And Rambis getting position well over Bowie.
He's got to hit that shot, Kenny Carr.
On the feed, Scott Johnson, and the Laker guards are setting the pace here in the opening period, and it's a 7-point LA lead.
When they push it up like that and get it to the side, all kinds of people pour through the middle. You better be with them.
Off the screen from Bowie. Vandeweghe. Shot blocked by Worthy. See you later. Timeout, says Jack Ramsey. It's a 9-point Laker lead, and now you see why the Lakers think they have a great shot of going all the way.
Hey, you want to know how to make a car sing? Well, after you wash it, just get out the old Armor All. First I do the tires. Makes them look like new again. Then I do the bumpers. Makes them look like bumpers again, yeah. Then I do the dash, the door panels. Then I hit the hoses. And when I'm finished with Armor All, this car is the envy of the entire living world.
And then he does his car.
Company car.
Jimmy Connors and Yvonne Lindell are expected to be among those gunning for defending champion John McEnroe at the WCT Finals next weekend on CBS Sports.
Lakers have opened it up. Let's see what they're doing, Tom.
Well, they're pushing it down the sideline. Right over here, Byron Scott brings it. But all of a sudden, you'll see Magic Johnson coming in right here. And all these defenders have their either watching the ball or trying to pick up other people, and watch Magic just slide right in there, and a beautiful pass from Byron Scott, a quick hitter. All the way. That's what the Lakers will do before you get your total defense set up. You better be alert.
The Lakers have run off 8 in a row, and so Jim Paxson, who's returned after being out 10 games with surgery on a dislocated ring finger. Michael Thompson is also in the ball game. Pat Riley yesterday in practice said he's maybe the best passing big man in the game right now. So Michael Thompson has got some size with Bowie and Thompson as they spread the offense.
Well, Kenny Carr was not giving them points against Jabbar.
Bowie is fouled. Kareem is giving an extra stare to the official. So Rambis gets called for the foul, his first personal foul. Here's Pat Riley, who just turned 40 a couple of weeks ago. They had quite a party for Mr. Riley, didn't they? And a little scare. Michael Cooper feigned injury.
Played a little joke on him. Michael Cooper went down, and the trainer was there attending him as he was dancing, claiming that he threw his knee out. And Pat Riley, all he could see was disaster. Kind of ruined his party a little bit till they all broke up.
Well, he says, I felt like 50. But Michael Cooper has that little, you know, smart aleck in him. Good personality on the club, and we'll be seeing him soon. Magic Johnson has the ball knocked away. Drexler to Paxson going in. Batted down by Worthy, and here come the Lakers. Magic going in against Thompson. It counts in a foul. And now the Trailblazers have to be saying, what do we have to do against this ball club? And Worthy started it at the other end.
It just was a super defensive play by Worthy, and when you make a block like that, you get him going the wrong way rather easily. Here you're going to see the ball coming up, but Worthy streaking back. That's that speed at work defensively. Look at that. Saves the ball. And, boy, you can get up the other end quickly.
Magic with a three-point play. He made the free throw. He has 11 points and 3 assists already with 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first period.
Now Jabbar is back out playing Bowie.
He was on Carr to start the game inside. Coulter with the three-point attempt, no good. And here are the Lakers again, leading by 11. Turns it over. Paxson looking for Drexler. Kareem got a piece of it. Basket hanging is Magic. I haven't seen this team better this year, the Lakers.
I'll tell you, they are really primed for the playoffs, Nick.
Worthy, the trailer. Bowie outside. Scott has it, and here come the Lakers, who are on a 13-1 run and trying to add to it. Alley-oop, Worthy. Goaltending called against Bowie. Now it's 15-1 Lakers, and they're running Portland off the court right now.
Here's the Lakers coming up with the ball. There's Magic all the way up the court. Long outlet pass. And Magic, reading the defense, knows that the trailer man is wide open behind him. That's beautiful fast break basketball.
15-point lead with 3:15 to go in the period. Off the hands of a Laker, still Portland ball. The Lakers on a 15-1 run right now. And it's been the fast break that has keyed it for the Lakers, and they have blanked Portland 11-0 on the fast break.
And the Trailblazers have been trying to break themselves. So some excellent fast break defense by the Lakers.
Another turnover. Magic pops. 17-1, and Magic Johnson has 13 points. Jack Ramsey will call another timeout. And I say the Lakers are about ready to take on all comers in the Western Conference, although it is still the first period here in the Forum.
They do a super job on the fast break in the first part of the quarter. They'll push it at you. And right now, they got to keep that pace going if the Lakers want to really do a job on the Trailblazers.
And speaking of the playoffs, Tom, they begin on CBS Sports Saturday, April 20th at 3:30 Eastern Time. The question going in, will the Boston Celtics repeat as world champions? No one has since the Celtics did in '69. The Lakers stand in the way. The Milwaukee Bucks have had a terrific year. The Philadelphia 76ers trying to solve their problems. And by the way, at halftime, Tommy here has a pretty good view of the Eastern Conference playoff race coming up. And of course, a great year for the Cleveland Cavaliers, making the playoffs apparently after years of frustration. But it all starts Saturday, April 20th, right here on CBS. Darnell Valentine has come in the ball game. He's been injured lately and forced to the bench. Drexler firing away hits from outside.
That's the most improved part of Drexler's game, that outside shot. Pat Riley says he has come quicker than I ever thought he'd be capable of doing.
Less than 2.5 to go in the first. Valentine gets caught in a Rambis pick, and Byron Scott has double figures. The Laker guards have scored 23 of their 34 points. Drexler, line drive, no good. Portland is not going to get back in this game that way. Worthy in the corner.
Well, I don't think the Trailblazers are getting all over the rebound. They're just taking off. And long outlet passes, that's quite unusual to happen in a ball game when you know they're going to fast break.
Under 2 minutes to go. Magic. Worthy missed inside, and here comes Portland. Lakers will be going to their bench at the next break. Bowie on a break, and that's Portland's fast break. Sam has 5 points.
He can run up and down that court. Even faster than Robert Parrish in his heyday. That's an added weapon for the Trailblazers.
7-1, and if he develops, he's going to be a threat. Against Bowie, Kareem is fouled. Coming in for the Lakers now, Michael Cooper and Bob McAdoo. Both have been playing well, particularly McAdoo, who has had several strong games in a row. Magic Johnson and Kurt Rambis will go to the bench, and we're getting a look at the depth that Pat Riley has on his squad.
Well, I'll tell you, McAdoo is instant points. A big, big factor for the Lakers in the playoffs. That sixth-man type of player that can produce and help you accelerate pace and scoring.
Kenny Carr is in for Sam Bowie, who gets a breather as Kareem hits the free throw. They asked him his goals. You know, he's gone over 33,000 career points, the all-time leading scorer. He said the one goal he'd like is to hit a three-pointer from outside.
Well, he's hit a lot of three-pointers.
But from outside.
You're right, not from outside.
Yeah, a three-point shot.
Well, the foul.
36-19 LA. It's been all Lakers here.
Boy, this is some kind of fast break performance by these Lakers in this early stage of the first half.
Michael Thompson in against Worthy. Carr battling, and McAdoo comes down with it. I'm sure the Boston Celtics, who won over the Knicks 114-102 on CBS, want to get a look at the Lakers. They could be meeting down the line for the title. Kareem to Worthy driver. Simple as that.
Boy, does he pick apart your defense. That's why I call him the smartest big guy offensively in the NBA ever.
Once again, the Lakers have doubled the point output of the Blazers with 45 seconds now remaining in the first period. Darnell Valentine against Cooper. Foul, and Valentine will go to the line. The Lakers have a goal besides the home court advantage against Milwaukee and Philly, and that is the number of wins, because they won 69 games in 72 when they set that consecutive game streak of 33. They would like to win 61. That'd be the second highest in their history. They have to go 4-1 for that to happen.
Well, right here we got Darnell Valentine shooting a free throw, and I'll tell you, Dick, this situation right now is a dilemma for Jack Ramsey, whether to start Darnell Valentine in the playoffs or to come back and use the rookie Coulter. And I like to say, go with your best, baby.
Larry Spriggs is in for Kareem. who goes out with 7 points. 1 out of 2 for Darnell Valentine. 38-20, the Lakers in front. Worthy way out. Paxson got a hand on it, and here comes Portland. They have a 3-on-2. And Michael Thompson. Under a half a minute to go. 16-point lead for the Lakers. Larry Spriggs, who's a starter early in the year, come on, getting some time off the bench more and more. Guarded by Drexler. 8 on the shot clock, 11 in the first period. McAdoo goes to the hoop.
Oh, Bob McAdoo, boy, he can stick it.
And Paxson for 3, hits. 3 seconds to go to cut the Laker lead to 15, and James Worthy misses. And that was awfully close as the first period ends here at the Forum. It's been a clinic run by the Lakers. 40-25 after 1 here in L.A.
A bad knee. So I don't think they've been intimidated whatsoever. The rest of the world may have thought they've intimidated, but I don't think they were.
Well, that may not be an apt description, intimidation, but the fact is that Boston's power game took it to them in the latter part of the last year's final.
Well, they've got plenty of beef in that lineup for this season.
Valentine is fouled going to the hoop. I know they feel that way, like you say. They're ready to take on everyone. Foul is on Byron Scott, his second personal foul. Darnell Valentine will go to the line.
He has got the biggest thighs of any basketball player I've ever seen. He looks like a bowling ball. But can he knock those pins down when he drives into that lane? What a tough little competitor.
Had a sprained ankle, so he hasn't been 100%. But he's having a career high season in shooting and free throws. Early in the second period, that's our score. Cooper, flying out of nowhere. Michael Cooper.
Well, the team defense of the Trailblazers really breaking down. You shouldn't be able to make a cut like that all the way in.
Spriggs is all over Paxson and commits the foul.
35. Just a little simple give and go as somebody missed. Valentine missed the pass, and off he goes, and nobody in the back line of the Trailblazers defense adjusted. That shouldn't happen.
Paxson with McAdoo. Paxson got to work hard to get the ball away. Valentine against Byron Scott. In and out, and here's Michael Cooper. Portland gets back on defense. Spriggs from the wing is fouled.
You know, Dick, the Trailblazers gave up on the offensive board to try and stop the fast break, and they had 4 guys back, and you still get Spriggs taking it strong to the hoop. That's poor defense.
Mike McGee has come in the ball game for the Lakers. Kurt Rambis goes out, so Mike McGee is one of those multi-dimensional guys. He's an offensive force as a forward, practically a point-a-minute player, and defense, he can hound that point guard as good as anyone.
Here's a guy, Larry Spriggs, ended up a starter for part of this season, and I think the primary reason was to motivate some of his other players. Pat Riley says, I wanted to prove to the other players that a guy who worked hard could end up a starter.
And Spriggs is a good power man. May not get all the rebounds around, but you won't see his man get too many, and that's a plus.
McAdoo says he hurts you on offense. He bangs you.
Rebounding edge. Vandeweghe is way off a 3. He has struggled shooting from outside. L.A. with the rebounding edge and every other kind of edge you can imagine. No basket. Stepping on the line is James Worthy. It looked pretty, but it'll go for naught, and so Portland has it. 44-26, the Lakers in front.
Well, the Lakers are moving that ball so crisply on the fast break.
Vandeweghe inside. McAdoo is trying to overplay on the pass, and Kiki Vandeweghe now with 6 points. He's the high scorer for the Blazers. Magic, the high man for the Lakers. He's on the bench right now. Portland with 10.5 to go in the second, trying to edge back. Paxson from the corner. The thing about this game, even though LA is way ahead, there's a lot of time, and you don't have to get it all back at once.
You can peck away, but they've got to get some easy baskets because the inside game of the Trailblazers isn't developing either.
Michael Cooper. Lead pass. Paxson, he's got Vandeweghe, but Jim Paxson takes it all the way.
He's a throwback player, boy. Uses his head. Doesn't beat you physically, beats you with his brains.
Dad played with you, right, in the NBA?
Long time ago at Cincinnati.
Well, I didn't want to say a long time ago, Tom, but now that you mention it. Spriggs. Good defense by Vandeweghe and Darnell Valentine. 3-on-2 for Portland. And the foul is called. And the Lakers, of course, in a little bit of dip of their play, which is not surprising because the way they played, you had to have a letdown, and that's what they have, and they'll call a timeout.
See a little defense right here against Spriggs. It goes inside. Watch the help he gets. Valentine with the good hands right there to help.
Cooper committed his second foul, and we have a timeout called by the Lakers.
Guten Morgen.
Begins Thursday, late night on CBS Sports. Jamal Wilkes had torn ligaments, suffered February 1st, and of course at that time he was making a terrific comeback from his health problems of a year ago, and of course we all wish Wilkes the best, but he will not be with the Lakers the rest of this year.
Well, you know, you heard the phrase a gentleman. He certainly is a gentleman, and he was and has been a great, smooth basketball player with a lot of pride.
Well, they've missed that outside shot, and Byron Scott developed in that realm, and he has really supplied the outside shooting, even though he is a guard that Jamal Wilkes had provided before.
Well, when you're planning on using big people in the low post, you better have some good outside shooters, and that's exactly why Ramsey got Kiki Vandeweghe. And the Lakers have Scott, as you say, and McGee has also started to hit from outside, as well as Michael Cooper.
44-32. Magic Johnson is in the ball game, and he's wearing knee guards on both knees right now. Foul is called against Larry Spriggs of the Lakers. Magic Johnson did not play in the Lakers' last game on Friday against Kansas City. Ronnie Lester started. He's had a sore knee, bumped against Phoenix about a week ago. Kenny Carr working against Spriggs. Goes into the hoop. Just spun off the wrong way on his hand, and here come the Lakers, 3-on-1. Cooper into Spriggs. And Michael Cooper. Saved by McAdoo. Good hustle by Cooper.
Boy, they're really coming at him. The poor Trailblazers, they got nobody back half the time against that break.
This is a strange alley-oop. Off the glass. Valentine and Spriggs. That was not a high five they were trying in the court.
That was a low five.
Larry Spriggs has picked up 3 quick fouls now.
But he hurts you, as I said before, McAdoo. I'm going for the ball. Get out of my way.
14 fouls against the Lakers. Valentine working against McGee. McGee's a good defender. That's a good matchup right there. Into Michael Thompson. McGee doubling up. On the line was Michael Thompson. They turn it over to the Lakers.
Boy, the Lakers are overplaying everything coming to the ball when the Trailblazers don't have the ball. Well, they're not letting him get close to it.
Lakers had a 19-point lead, and Portland has whittled it down to 12 right now with 8:15 to go in the first half. And Vandeweghe inside clobbered Mike McGee. Kurt Rambis will come back in to the ball game. It's gotten a little bit physical. Spriggs will go out.
Conversely, Dick, you know, the Trailblazers are not really bumping on any cuts. They're allowing the Lakers to run free and easy, go through their patterns like it's a textbook job.
McGee going low to Rambis. Good inside move against Kenny Carr. A rare move of quickness we've seen on Kurt Rambis' part on that play. Vandeweghe is open.
And outside shooting has deserted him.
Valentine to Kenny Carr, and Portland comes out with something.
I'll tell you, this Portland basketball team is a gutsy team, and they'll hang in there.
Well, they're down by 12, and the turnover story in the ball game as McGee lines from outside. Carr gets the rebound. We'll show you in a moment. Portland on the break. Paxson going in and gets the roll, and now it's a 10-point ball game. 46-36. Lakers have turned it over 8 times, so Portland is playing good defense on half court, not on the fast break style. Here's another turnover. Could be 8 points here. Thompson. And it's an 8-point game, and Pat Riley wants to talk it over. The Trailblazers have made up 11 points. and we still have 7:13 to go in the second period.
Kareem. But these Trailblazers are coming on strong coming into the playoffs, and normally that's a good sign.
Kareem has come back in the ball game. What about Houston and their two giants?
I think that they perhaps do not have the real perimeter outside shooting that they need.
Kareem goes in, and an offensive foul on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and that's his first personal foul. This is what the teams have done from the field, and keep in mind that the Lakers are about ready to break their own shooting record for a season, 54%, so they're way down, and Portland is shooting well, and so they crept back in this ball game by any imagination. Vandeweghe going to the hoop is foul, and Trailblazers now can come within 6 points.
He is such a smart basketball player, Kiki Vandeweghe. When he pops out to get the ball, all of a sudden you come racing at him. He'll use that against you and go right by you, and he can make a strong drive. He's a tough player.
Vandeweghe right now is the league's leading free throw shooter at 89.3. That's going to hurt him. Larry Bird in the earlier game against the Knicks went 6 of 8 from the line. So he finished at 89%, and so every one of these missed free throws could cost Kiki in his bid to win the free throw shooting title.
This is the most I've seen him miss from the outside in many a game.
Cooper, guarded by Valentine, McGee, Kareem, and a Laker foul. They're so quick on the baseline and getting the pass in. The foul was on Kenny Carr.
You know, they're putting some steam on those passes. It's going right through the defense. Pretty tough to move your feet when the ball's traveling as fast as the Lakers are making it travel.
Make that foul on Michael Thompson, so 2 on Thompson. And Kareem is on the free throw line. He had the flu and missed the game that the Lakers lost to San Antonio this week, but he's all right now.
You know, as a coach, you're always presented with how do you play Kareem. Some people say double him. It's like, if you don't, it's like giving the Lakers 15 points. Other people say don't double him, make him pass the ball, and don't let him pass the ball. Nobody's found the way, Dick.
I guess not. Thompson off the glass. We've seen some strange shots from the perimeter by Portland today.
They normally are sink or swim by a lot of those outside shots. It helps set up whatever little inside game that they do have. But today it's way off.
Not that one. Clyde Drexler, 8th in the NBA in steals, hits the jump shot, and it's 48-41 with 6:10 remaining in the first half. The Lakers leading, and they went to their bench early after they had the big lead. Rambis in traffic. Gets another chance. Kareem. I'll tell you, that Kurt Rambis play, the Lakers really took off. They're something like 31-6 since he returned to the starting lineup after being benched early for Larry Spriggs. And Rambis has been a big factor in the Lakers' surge.
I see the Trailblazers trying to slow down the Lakers a little bit better now in this quarter.
Drexler hit his last one. That's 2 in a row for Clyde.
That always helps when you hit that outside shot.
Well, what good is it if you're beaten down the court in a hurry? Mike McGee with the basket, and now Cooper and Carr have to be separated. (52-43). Michael Thompson, and now we're getting end-to-end fast break basketball.
This is a sloppy defense. The last 2 chips, one by the Trailblazers, this one by the Lakers. I mean, the ball was out of bounds and taken in, and they still score a fast break hoop. Shouldn't happen.
Kareem looking to pass inside to Magic, and it was a good play by Drexler. What do you do with that? He just went inside on his own.
Well, you try to confuse him, double him from on top, double him from below.
Offensive foul called against Portland, and they're not playing this game as if it is one of the final games of the season with playoff berths all sewed up.
Well, the Lakers always feel that if they can play the game at the upbeat pace, they'll beat anybody. So they want to play the pace like this for the full 48 minutes if possible. And sometimes it gets a little sloppy.
And they're not playing with kid gloves either out there. Foul was on Drexler, his second. Johnson to Kareem inside. No way to stop that.
I think Kareem was in there and set a campfire up.
James Worthy in for McGee.
That was 3 seconds on Kareem.
Valentine one-on-one against Byron Scott. Here's Scott. When you get those long rebounds, you get the 3-on-2 break, and that's what the Lakers have. Rambis. It counts and a foul. And Pat Riley ought to give Kurt Rambis a gold star right now for his hustle inside.
Effort is his name, but you've got to come up. Clark Kent is smiling. Now, Pat Riley doesn't think it's so great, but I do. Here comes Rambis. The shot is missed. Fourth man up the court, pulls up the rebound, and puts it back in. Now, that is pure effort, and those become easy rebounds if you'll run, and you start to get the other team a little bit tired. They stop hustling back. Those rebounds get easier and easier.
4 points, 7 rebounds already for Kurt Rambis. 4:15. You watch the clock. It's 58-45, and so the lead was cut to 6. Now 58-45. Mickey Vandeweghe now with 9 points. He is the leading scorer for the Blazers. Magic loops it in, and Vandeweghe alertly was on Worthy, fronted him, and Coulter behind the Bowie. And Portland getting some fast break baskets now.
Well, Superman went flying by on that one.
Worthy at the other end.
I'll tell you. The Lakers are getting a little tired. They're not getting back on defense, and the Trailblazers are back there on defense, but they're not moving their feet.
Other than the Laker defensive tenacity early, as Thompson's foul going in, this has been a poor defensive game on both sides.
We're going to watch Sam running the floor this time. For a big guy as his size, 7'1", look at him go up there. And there's Rambis, Superman, and Coulter gets him to fly by. But Sam Bowie at 7'1" to get out there like that, that's effort.
Thompson, this is the free throw. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar goes to the bench. He's committed 3 personal fouls. And Bob McAdoo has come in for him. McAdoo has been coming off the bench as a forward with Mitch Kupchak as a center. McAdoo is now the center. And they're going to call a loose ball foul.
What a rebound that time by Drexler. He was like a foot over Rambis on a missed free throw. Boy, that is really an athlete's move.
Magic Johnson will go to the line to shoot 1+1.
Penalty for 2. You know, Dick, I think his place is an all-time great. Took a nosedive after last year's playoffs. He's been really used to doing the spectacular things, but I think he didn't always make the big play. But I think he's ready to do it now. I think his head is there and said, hey, I'm the man, and I can do it, and I will do it.
Magic has 15 points. So does Kareem, who's on the bench right now. They're the high scorers for the Lakers. That's our time and our score, 62-49. Remaining in the first half. Pat O'Brien will be with us, of course, at halftime. Bowie, low post, blocked by McAdoo. Portland gets it back. McAdoo blocks Thompson. 2 blocks by Bob McAdoo. And here come the Lakers with the Magic Man. Well, we talk about McAdoo scoring off the bench. Couldn't ask for more defensively than on that last segment.
Did a great job on 2 shots. One by Bowie, one by Thompson.
Scott nearly picked that up. Now a timeout.
As an improved player defensively, Byron Scott.
Just left.
By the way, the Boston Celtics will clinch the home court for all playoff games if Portland wins this ball game. They're trailing 64-49, 2:42 to go in the half. Drexler will inbound. Audie Norris makes his first appearance of the game, a 6'9" backup center who's aggressive and has been hot and cold this year for Jack Ramsey.
And Jack Ramsey said he's been the biggest disappointment of the ball club this year as far as he's concerned.
So it's mostly cold then, right?
Yeah, mostly cold.
They're going to jump it. Drexler and Magic Johnson. Clyde Drexler, you have pointed out what kind of impact he has made and what kind of impact he's made on the club.
I think he's the most versatile player in the NBA. He can play point guard, big guard, quick forward, and you can play any style. If you play him at big guard, you have a power team. You play him at quick forward, you got an extremely fast team just like the Lakers. So Jack Ramsey's really got a force there in Clyde Drexler.
Great open court player, which he was at Houston. Bowie Good pick and roll by Bowie. And he made sure. Sam Bowie. People have been talking about the fact that he's been injury prone. He's missed only 6 games for the Blazers this year, and at Kentucky, he had a 2-year layoff with a stress fracture, but basically when he was healthy, he played a lot. He didn't miss all that many games. Got 9 points and 7 rebounds in his first half. McAdoo hemmed in by Audie Norris. 8 on the shot clock. Worthy. And a loose ball foul. Loose ball foul.
That time, Jack Ramsey shouldn't have been disappointed in Audie Norris. He hit it right for the rebound, and Magic had to grab him by the shirt tail so he wouldn't get it.
What do you notice new about James Worthy?
Well, he's rebounding much more, and I'll tell you, I'm very surprised at this part of the season that James Worthy is still zipping up and down that court. When you play his position, it's the longest run for any of the players on the floor.
Well, what else do you notice about us?
Well, he's got the goggles on.
Okay, well, there you go.
Well, he's got Kareem's goggles, but he doesn't have the hook shot.
Well, if he is the heir to Kareem, and maybe Kareem's passed on his goggles to James Worthy, who's a frontline player now. No more questions about that. Double team, gets it away with less than 2 minutes to go. Byron Scott didn't have control. Lakers. Bowie blocks Magic Johnson, and they're going to call the foul. The rebounding story. Portland has been out-rebounded so many times this year. That's what the Lakers have been doing well lately, and they have a healthy edge there. Magic will shoot. Foul was on Audie Norris. Both teams in the penalty
I
tight.
think one of the reasons they're having problems is Sam Bowie is still rebounding as a college player. He's waiting till the ball gets to the rim or thereabouts instead of really moving for the position. I think by next year, and they work on with him on that department, he's going to be a real force under there on the board.
Well, he was a power forward in his senior year at Kentucky with Turpin on the scene. People sometimes forget about that. Vandeweghe working against Worthy, goes to the hoop. Just missed. Audie Norris is there. The basket will count. And a foul, and with 1:25 to go, the Blazers down by 11. Hang in there. They were blown off the court in the first period.
But the pace is slowing down a little bit here. You know, the Lakers, as I said before, like to push it at you for as long as they can, as fast as they can, but they do tire you out a little bit.
Audie Norris shooting. And of course, it's the ebb and flow, like we've said. We're going to see the Laker break going again, but let's see how close Portland can get to them before the end of the half. It's 10 right now.
I don't think Jack Ramsey would be too unhappy coming out of the halftime under 10 points.
I agree with you. Byron Scott travels, and now he can make it 8 with 1:12 remaining.
Because that was a devastating first period that they threw at the Trailblazers, these Lakers.
12 turnovers by L.A., so they haven't protected the ball all that well. Trying to cut it to 8 now. Drexler against Magic Johnson. And it's an 8-point game, and Clyde Drexler has 10 points, and he's been sharp from outside.
What a move that was. I mean, you just don't teach guys to make that type of shot. Wow.
22nd timeout called by Pat Riley, who says his team can really go another level emotionally. Of course, you know, Pat looks at the psychological end as well as the physical side of it.
He is really one heck of a basketball coach. I haven't seen a guy get more out of speed. You know, certain coaches like size. He likes speed. And he knows certainly how to use it. The best I've seen in a long time.
Well, we showed you if the season ends today, Phoenix would be the team to play the Lakers in the best of 5. But here is that race, so to speak, for the last playoff spot. Phoenix with a 2-game edge on Seattle, and Kansas City also has a shot. But both Phoenix and Seattle really been decimated with injury.
Particularly Phoenix. I mean, wow.
Portland is on a 9-2 run, and they've got it again, and Rambis fouls Sam Bowie, and with 46 seconds to go, I think Jack Ramsey is going to tell his team inside, we got him where we want him. Huh?
Why wouldn't he? Because they really did. The Lakers throw a fantastic first period at them, and they've climbed back in. They started to play a much better half-court defense. Although at times with the Lakers just getting tired and not fast breaking as much, their transition defense wasn't as exposed.
Bowie misses the free throw. As you saw, he has 9 points and 8 rebounds, and that is his season's average right now. So he has had a good first half for Portland. 10 points now for Sam Bowie, and of course he leads the Blazers in rebounding.
He's going to be one heck of a player. Yeah, a couple of little things for Sam Bowie, and you're going to be talking about him for a long time.
Good, good, good.
35 seconds and 13 on the shot clock for the Lakers. It's 66-59. 7-point lead for the Lakers, and that's as close as Portland got it to when they were trailing by 19. Audie Norris, second foul, and Magic will shoot.
Oh, Audie and Magic are smiling at each other. Magic likes to talk to people. You know, he doesn't taunt them. Audie had a smile, but now it left his face.
You know, Magic made NBA history this year, and first back-to-back games of 20 assists or more. Pretty good achievement. He trails his buddy Isaiah Thomas of Detroit in the battle for the assist leadership in the league with a week to go in the season. There's the time remaining, 13 on the shot clock, and it was last touched by the Lakers. So Portland maintains possession, down by 8.
Well, that's a pretty good offensive team that the Trailblazers have out here now. Drexler, Paxson, Kiki Vandeweghe, and Bowie.
Paxson double picked up nicely by Magic Johnson, but Jim Paxson hits from outside. He's been an all-star, and now it's a 67-61 game, and Portland down by 19 at one point, trailed by 6. And they're going to call the offensive foul against Magic Johnson, and the Portland Trailblazers, with 6 seconds to go, can cut the Laker lead at the intermission to 4.
That was a heck of a move by Bowie to step in front of Magic. Those things, judgment on those things, going to help Bowie from not committing early fouls, you know, getting in foul trouble. When to do those type of things.
Norris goes out, and Steve Coulter is in. He's a good outside shooter. They're going to spread it into a 4-corner offense, tipped by Cooper, and here is Coulter. And it was Michael Cooper got his hand on the ball, and Portland couldn't get a shot off. That's the end of the half. 67-61. The Lakers lead the Blazers. Straight ahead. Pat O'Brien at the half. Is the Celtics' biggest challengers in the Eastern Conference?
I think you're exactly right, Dick. Milwaukee has their game together, and they're playing with purpose right now coming into the playoffs.
Well, that'll be interesting. Right now, they have the same record, Milwaukee and Philly, at 56-22. They have the same season's record, 3-3. Philadelphia has a better conference record. So they're going to go down to the wire for home court in case those two teams meet. We're underway in the third period, and Kiki Vandeweghe hits the first shot. So Portland continues their comeback, trailing by 4 now, 67-63. Keep in mind they were down by as many as 19 early on. Byron Scott comes back and matches Kiki's shot.
Well, no fast breaks, but lots of outside shots here in the third quarter.
Scott is 6 for 7 from the field. Off to a terrific start. Vandeweghe goes inside. He's had a couple of tough breaks on some shots, but Kenny Carr converts.
Amazes me how Vandeweghe can drive like that. He's not an exceptionally fast man, but boy, does he get in front of a player once he beats him.
Well, with Paxson and Vandeweghe, they have two heady players in that team. Scott Rambis setting a screen outside. Here's Byron. This is the second shot of the game, and Rambis had the rebound, and they're going to call a jump ball between Clyde Drexler and Kurt Rambis.
Well, Superman doesn't like it, but Drexler was right there helping. Good blocking out that time by Bowie, but Rambis came from out of nowhere. That'll be a jump ball.
Trailblazers have won 9 of 11. Lakers 15 of 17. Two hot clubs. The Lakers have won 14 in a row here on the home forum court.
Let's see how high up Drexler goes.
Lakers control.
What a quick leaper he is, Drexler. He got the tip, but to the wrong man.
Inside to Worthy against Vandeweghe. Worthy's got a big edge of quickness inside.
That is a tough matchup for Worthy, for Vandeweghe. Worthy in the post.
Drexler, open court, but it just didn't fall, and here come the Lakers. Portland back on defense. Rambis in the lane, blocked by Sam Bowie, and here comes Clyde. Drexler. Bowie does it on both ends. Jack Ramsey likes what he sees from the rookie from Kentucky, second player picked in the draft.
Well, heady move by Drexler to slow it down and wait for some help by the Blazers to get that fast break going.
71-67 LA. Scott, this is his second in a row, and Kareem is there. The basket will count, and Kareem will go to the line.
Well, we just saw some of the things that Bowie, as a rookie, is fall prone to, and that's going for fakes. Once he becomes an experienced player, he's really going to develop in that department.
Second in the league in block shots. Sam Bowie.
When you walk.
Player's name. You know, the date that everyone is looking forward to is May the 12th.
Big day for the lottery.
That is when the 7 teams that don't qualify for the playoffs will enter the lottery. And, of course, the man they all want is Patrick Ewing of Georgetown, who is one of those rare, I use that word, impact players. He's going to make a difference right off.
I think New York may be under the gun. If they don't get the first pick, they might ended up with the second. Would they take Mullins from St. John's or not?
That's a good question. Magic Johnson feels it was last touched by a Blazer, and he's emphatic about that. Steve Coulter charging in. Kareem gets the rebound. 9.5 minutes to go in the third period, and it's a 4-point lead for the Lakers. 1 point. They have dominated Portland in the first period via the break, the blistering fast break. They've got a lot of variety. They're going to call Kiki Vandeweghe with his third personal foul right here. This is a matchup you talked about before.
Boy, do they like to get the ball up quickly before the total defense is set up so they can pick on guys like Vandeweghe. The ball came down the side, and before anybody could give Vandeweghe help, Worthy had it and was swooping to the hoop.
Magic looking inside to Kareem. Over Bowie. Bowie played him well. Worthy trying to find a yellow shirt. He does. To Rambis, to Magic. That's what it means to have a big guy, though, and here's Vandeweghe. And the foul as well. Basket is good by Kiki Vandeweghe, who has 13 points in the ball game to lead the Trailblazers, and the foul is on Byron Scott, and a chance for the Trailblazers to inch within 3.
You know what I like about the Trailblazers in this ball game? They took every heavyweight shot that the Lakers could throw at them in the first round, in the first quarter, and they've come back and they're holding their own now. That's pretty tough stuff coming into the playoffs.
And we got to emphasize that over the years, the Lakers have had the measure of Portland. That has not been a team that they've worried about too often. Portland beat them the last time in overtime. The only loss the Lakers had in March. They're making a game out of it again. And Bowie comes up with a loose ball. And his pass is badly thrown into the hands of Worthy, taken back by Coulter. But I'll tell you, Bowie makes a difference on this club. That's unmistakable.
Well, he will make mistakes like that almost thrown away pass.
And they're going to call a blocking foul against Kareem, I think. Kenny Carr, right into him. And Kareem has 4 personal fouls now, and he just went to the other end of the court in a hurry.
Here you're going to see it. Kareem establishing position, and he kind of stuck that right knee out there. Good call.
Good call. And now for the first time, Mitch Kupchak, who's a banger coming off the bench as a backup center and has come back from that ligament damage we've talked about before, comes in for Kareem, who goes out with 4 personal fouls and 17 points. Carr misses the front end. 6 rebounds for Abdul-Jabbar. He's got to be steaming a bit on the bench now, I think. 73-71. Portland has come close and close, and they're within a basket of tying this ball game. 8:20 remaining in the third. Tough defense by the Blazers. Worthy outside. And Rambis gets credit for it. Kurt Rambis on a tip-in. Blazers right back. Carr. Good move. Nice through.
I tell you, the main reason why they made that trade with the Nuggets was Kenny Carr and Ramsey's belief that Carr could get the job done.
And he says he's really more of a policeman than Calvin Nat was. But Carr was hurt for half the year. Ramsey says, I'd make that trade again, but not if I'd lose Kenny Carr for half the season. Kupchak facing the hoop, going against Bowie. Carr battles for the rebound. And it's Portland ball with a chance to tie it up with 7:42 to go in the third.
Kenny Carr is coming alive.
Last time, it's 6-6, and you can now mark it up. 75 all. Pinky Vandeweghe with 16 points, and Portland has come back from a 19-point deficit. Magic Johnson. Rambis breaks the tie. Kurt Rambis loses his glasses, but not for long. He has 6 offensive rebounds and 8 points in the ballgame. Bowie keeps it alive. And Rambis has another rebound. Steal Drexler, but he stepped on the line.
You're going to see Vandeweghe, one quick dribble, and then he gets in front. He cuts off his defender. That's the way a man should drive to the hoop, but he powered it up there. Kiki, not the fastest of men, but he sure knows how to drive.
Well, Rambis has found his glasses, but I'll tell you what, he's found his game, too.
Teams approaching the playoffs, too. And whoever really has a healthy team amongst those teams we just showed will be very helpful.
6:48 remaining in the third period. James Worthy swoops in. 14 for James Worthy. Both teams shooting well in this third period. Lakers by 4. Portland came back to tie it up at 75. Now the Lakers are up by 4 and charging. Magic. All the way. 22 points for Irvin Johnson.
Wow, look at that scowl on his face. We let you guys get too close to us. I'm putting you guys away.
Lakers have that goal of 60 or 61 wins. And they need all these games. Still Portland possession. 6 seconds left on the clock. Drexler inbounds to Coulter. And over the top, Laker ball, and they're up by 6. And Portland now has to tighten the screws, and Jack Ramsey has to make sure that L.A. doesn't open up another big lead here.
Well, this is a situation where Sam Bowie was really a fine offensive inside player. They'd be going to him an awful lot.
They're posting up Worthy against Vandeweghe. The quickness against Vandeweghe. Short on the shot. Here comes Portland's Drexler. Feeding Bowie. Good pass back from Bowie. But Drexler didn't have enough on the scoop shot. Magic and trickery into Rambis and a foul. Magic liked that pass particularly.
Remember I said Magic about making the big plays? It was spectacular. Well, he is ready right now this season to do the spectacular and to do the big plays, too.
Foul on Drexler, his third, and here is Kurt Rambis, who has 8 points, but has had a terrific ball game, and his hustle has been contagious for the Lakers when he's been in there.
Yeah, he's a Clydesdale among these racehorses, but believe me, he pulls his weight and then some. And they say he's having his best rebounding season since the championship year.
So maybe when he was benched early, that was just what the doctor ordered. Pat Riley knew what he was doing, so he misses the free throw. The Lakers have run off 7 in a row since the 75-all tie. The rebounding story still favors the Lakers. We're going to call Magic. Nope, let's wait and see.
I think it's on Kupchak.
Yep, you're right. Kupchak away from the ball. So number 1 on Mitch Kupchak. That is the third team foul against L.A. Blazers also have 3. 5:12 to go here in the third. Kupchak has the responsibility of Sam Bowie. Drexler, short. Can't slow up Johnson. Byron Scott will go to the line and shoot 2.
All you got to do, guys, is get out in front of me, let me push it up the middle, and get open, and I'll give you the ball. Boy, did he find Byron Scott. And he had 3 men around the Magic when he picked up Byron Scott in that win.
Jim Paxson comes back in the ball game, and Drexler goes out. Drexler has played well. He has 10 points and 8 assists in the ball game, but he also has 3 personal.
Well, you notice that Jack Ramsey felt that Drexler was tired. An indication of that is when you start front-rimming your jump shot, as Drexler just did. Well, he'll get a good rest, but he's been a factor in this comeback bid by the Trailblazers.
Scott had a hot start early in the ball game. He had 10 points in the first period, going for his 14th right now. Lakers lead is up to 9. Once again. And they've scored 9 straight points after Portland drew even after that long uphill climb. Band away in the lane. Kupchak gets the rebound.
Well, there was some kind of a foul there.
Scott finds Worthy. I'll tell you, that Rambis got a hand in there to try to keep it alive again. Paxson. Good play from Paxson on a good bounce pass from Bowie. They go the other way. Scott charges in and is fouled in charge in the sense of the word. Power to the basket, and he'll go to shoot 2.
When you make a hoop against these Lakers, you better be ready to knock the ball out of bounds or something, because they grab it through the net, step out of bounds, and push it as far up the court as they can with the first pass. And that's what's been happening here a little bit against the Trailblazers. The Lakers taking advantage of not getting on the ball as it goes through the net.
Bowie goes out of the ball game. Byron Scott, we talked about him at the very top, about the influence he has had on the Lakers with his play. The Lakers were 13-1 in the month of March. To give you an idea of the contribution of Byron Scott, this is what he accomplished. Lakers won 13 out of 14. Their only loss was to Portland, and in that game, Scott scored 22. So he has had a whale of a March and seems to be continuing it now in April.
I think he and James Worthy are the real keys to the success of the Lakers in the playoffs.
16 for Byron Scott, trapping defense by L.A. Kenny Carr. Rambis the rebound with 4:10 to go. Lead is 9. Lead is 11. And it's Byron Scott, the man we've been talking about. 18 now.
Well, he does stuff like that when they get to those tough rounds, boy. It's tough to beat these Lakers.
Well, you can't double in on Kareem anymore because of Byron Scott's outside shooting. Paxson. Thompson crashing the board, and they're going to call the Blazers on a loose ball foul. And it's Michael Thompson over the top with his third. So Lakers, a team of streaks, early in the game had a 17-1 run against Portland to open up a big lead. Portland came back, but now the Lakers are on the move again. They've outscored the Blazers 13-2 lately.
You know what's so impressive about it, Dick, is that they're doing it with Mitch Kupchak in there and Kareem on the bench. A big thing to be developing here. Kupchak getting his confidence, and that wide body out there will be helpful for the Lakers also when they get to play those Eastern teams.
That's a telling point, Tom. Kupchak, of course, was just coming off his problems last year and really didn't, feel comfortable enough out there and needed another year. And Pat Riley said next year we'll see what Mitch can do, and he's contributed. So you're right, there's an extra banger that they've got off the bench.
They've got 2 Clydesdales, or wide bodies as I like to call them. And you need a few of those to play some of those Eastern teams.
24 points for Magic Johnson. In fact, Magic has 24. Byron Scott has 18. You know where the bulk of the points have come from the Lakers today.
Little 1-3-1 trap defense by the Lakers.
Bandaway inside. Good play. 18 for Kiki. He leads the Blazers. They trail by 11. They had drawn into a tie. Now with less than 3.5 to go, it's the Lakers by 11 points and a 3-second violation call. Pat Riley, who's never really been given proper credit, I don't think, as coach for the tough job he's had of keeping a talented team on the top.
Boy, he is a real good motivator. He set goals for this team during the middle of the season when they got out in front, just to try to keep their interest.
Rambis picking up Bandaway on a switch. Valentine penetrating. Ball taken out of his hands by Irvin Johnson. Holding Norris in front of him. Steal in the basket by Magic Johnson. And Michael Thompson comes right back in, and it's 92-81 Lakers.
Lakers aggressive defense that time, but the Trailblazers, with a lot of poise, found an easy hoop out of it.
Kupchak in the lane. There's that Rambis again trying to do something, but a loose ball foul called against L.A.
Here's that Magic man coming up the court, and Norris, the bigger man, trying to stop him and the penetration, but look at that little crossover move, and he goes at it with the left hand, baby. That's tough.
Timeout. May the 12th, and that is going to be a dramatic moment indeed because of not only Patrick Ewing but the other players, but Ewing is the man, and I looked at the list of those teams, and Tommy, all of them have to be really salivating to get their hands on Patrick Ewing because that could turn things around immediately for all of those clubs.
Well, a big man of Ewing's talent is a franchise player, no question about it.
May 12th on CBS at halftime. Vandeweghe popping from outside has 20 points now.
Well, they've got Cooper on him now to try and cut down on his ability to drive. But Vandeweghe that time uses size just to take that outside shot.
9-point lead for the Lakers. Alley-oop to Cooper. The Cooper loop doesn't work this time. Here comes Portland. Less than 2 minutes to go in the third period. Cooper steals the ball. What a play by Michael Cooper. 3-on-2 Lakers. Magic all the way. 28 for Earvin Magic Johnson. But it was Cooper who made it happen. Paxson. Vandeweghe. Kupchak gets the rebound again. He's seeing a lot of time in this ball game. Kareem is on the bench with 4 personal.
Here we're going to see Cooper just step out there aggressively. That's what speed can do. You got to put a little zip on those passes. He saves it nicely. And here's Magic. Watch him look off that defender with a fake pass, opens up the middle. And boy, when you read the defense like that, I haven't seen anybody do that since Bob Cousy.
Fast break points, the Lakers have the edge, but Michael Cooper made it happen. And Larry Bird has said every time a guy plays me well, they say it was just the best defensive effort. Michael Cooper plays me the best. That's from Larry Bird. 29 for Earvin Johnson, going for his 30th point. He is 9 of 10 from the line. And he's got his 30. 13-point lead for the Lakers, so they've opened it up after their 6-point lead at the half. Made the most of the third period, which ultimately proves to be a big period in the way these games go. Thompson trying to set a screen for Darnell Valentine. Perfect.
Very impressed right now with these Lakers with Kareem on the bench and James Worthy on the bench, holding their own, and then some.
Kareem comes back, it'll be a different story. What a feed. McAdoo to Magic, who has 32, matches the number he wears. It's Michael Thompson who draws the foul. Keep in mind, Sam Bowie also has been on the bench for the Portland Trail Blazers. Mike McGee comes back in, and listen to the hand for Magic Johnson. Points this period, 30 in the ball game. 32 points in the ball game. Michael Thompson. So the knee apparently has not had a big effect on Earvin Johnson today, and Lakers are up by 11. James Worthy, by the way, we understand has some flu symptoms, and he may return. He has left the Lakers bench. Turnover. Gives it over to Portland, and with 37 seconds to go, the Blazers will try to cut it to 9. Michael Thompson will shoot. Foul.
Give and go of their own that time, the Trailblazers. Get it to the side and just send the man right down the lane. McAdoo was ready for it, but just couldn't get his hand on that shot. You know, this kid, Michael Thompson, is the funniest guy on the Trailblazers. He says, you know, we played last night like Switzerland. We were neutral.
He is from Nassau in the Bahamas, played his college ball at the University of Minnesota. A lot of people think he's like the little girl with the curl. When he's good, he's very, very good, and you know the rest. 20 seconds to go, 12 on the shot clock. McAdoo, turnaround baseline. Bob McAdoo's play. 100-89, the Lakers lead, and Portland playing for the last shot of the third period.
1 out, go get it, go get it. 1 out.
5 seconds to go. Foul with 3 seconds to go. Portland will have a chance to get 2 more. 1 on McGee. Valentine will shoot 2 and try to bring the Blazers to within 9 by the end of this period.
Well, as we mentioned before, there's a little bit of a dilemma on Jack Ramsey's part about whether Valentine should start coming into the playoffs or Coulter, whether Paxson should start or Drexler. And when you go into the playoffs, baby, you want to make sure you're going with your best players. And that means starting and finishing with your best.
So he's got a decision to make in the next week. Three-point attempt is no good, and that is the end of the third period with the score. The Lakers 100, Portland 91, and we'll return after this word from your local station. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn as we begin the fourth period here at the Forum. The Lakers lead the Portland Trail Blazers 100-91 after the Blazers tied it at 75. The Lakers scored 9 in a row, and they have the lead right now. The Lakers will have the best record in the West and the home court advantage throughout the Western playoffs. And Portland right now would be playing Dallas in the first round of their best of 5, and the Lakers would go against Phoenix. We'll review the Western Conference brackets once more before we go off the air. We start the fourth period. Lakers ball. Cooper doubles. Spriggs is in the ball game for the Lakers. Gets the pass back from McAdoo. And an offensive foul called against L.A.
Well, Spriggs has an awful lot of trouble getting a shot off. He's a lefty. And as soon as they challenge him on that side, he really doesn't know what to do with it.
4 fouls on Spriggs. Paxson. And Valentine make up the backcourt. Audie Norris, Michael Thompson, and Clyde Drexler. So actually, they're using Drexler as a forward right now. Valentine goes in, misses the shot. Good defense inside by the Lakers. Here's Cooper down the middle. Kupchak driving, and a foul.
Well, that's how versatile Michael Cooper is. He becomes the point guard, goes out and plays forwards on defense, and then has the nifty ball handling skills. Not quite as nifty as Magic, but almost as effective for a second unit to keep that pace going. And puts Kupchak at the line for 2.
So we're talking about 2 players in McGee and Cooper. We talk about multi-dimensional people. We're talking about people that can play forward on offense or defense, and the opposite. Cooper can play forward defensively, as he's done against the likes of Bird, point guard backup, as you mentioned, and McGee the other way around. A good score from forward position and a defensive guard. That poses problems for everyone they play. Kupchak with the free throw made 1 10-point lead, L.A. Kareem has spent a lot of time on the bench. Valentine. Norris wrapped it out of bounds. Laker ball.
Well, Kupchak had him really blocked out on that rebound.
Cooper working against Valentine. Going for Spriggs. Not touched by anyone, so Portland takes over. Cooper, of course, the backup point guard. Not a true point guard. I guess you'd say Ronnie Lester who is the insurance man off the bench for the Lakers in that regard.
Ronnie Lester has really lost an awful lot since those knee injuries.
Thompson inside on pick and roll will get another chance and will go to the line and shoot. Good second effort inside by Michael Thompson.
We're going to see Kupchak really putting a body on someone. You talk about a Clydesdale and a wide body. Just watch him lay it on Norris there and go back. That's the way you have to block out against some of those real leapers, is take one step out and push them out so that they can't take the ball up over their head.
Kareem is back in the ball game. He has scored 17 points and has 4 fouls, and Mitch Kupchak goes to the bench. He has scored 3, but he has given the Lakers some enforcement inside with Kareem on the bench.
He smiled when he sat down, and I think it was apropos. He played a heck of a few minutes in there.
Minute and a half gone by, fourth period. McAdoo move for the hoop. Bob McAdoo. And we saw James Worthy back on the bench for the Lakers. Drexler going in strong, trying to challenge Kareem. Valentine on the interception. Leaves it for Drexler. Norris. We're hearing a lot of that word today, aren't we? 7 for Norris off the bench. It's a 103-94 game, under 10 minutes to play, fourth period. Kareem gets the pass, no basket. The foul before the shot.
Well, Norris picked up Kareem and had to front him, but here comes Valentine up there. Nice laydown pass, and look at Drexler, draws Kareem over. That leaves Audie Norris, and that's not inconsistent there, baby. That is a strong 2.
Norris, third foul. McAdoo. And the rebound by Bowie, who's just come in the ball game and picks off a rebound. 13 for Sam Bowie. Ramsey's got to like that. Drexler strong to the hoop, and Clyde Drexler now with 12 points in the ball game, 9 assists. Here's a steal. Paxson. Kareem is back on defense. What does Paxson do? Bowie saves it. That's what Kareem's presence can do, and that's what Bowie will make other clubs do with Portland as the years go on.
They sure will. Make it pull up and shoot the jumper instead of the easy layup.
Valentine trying to penetrate. Drexler around a screen. He really didn't have a pass or a shot. And Kareem throws it away, and the game is unraveled a bit. Steve Coulter, the rookie from New Mexico State, comes in the ball game, and we're going to have a timeout. 9:03 remains. The Lakers lead 103-96. It's Easter Sunday. In case you didn't know, Dancing Barry and the Buddy out on the court as the Lakers lead Portland. Right now, Tommy, let's take a look at the brackets for the Western Conference if the playoffs were to start today. These are best of 5 first-round series. I don't see the Lakers getting a real big challenge until maybe the finals. San Antonio has had the number against them. They've done very well, and we talked about Houston. Denver, if they beat Golden State tonight, wraps up the Midwest Division as well as their best record ever. So what do you think as you look at those early round games?
I like Denver, to tell you the truth. I think they're cooking, as always, offensively, but with that trade, they got some defenders and some real rebounders. So when you add D to that offense of the Nuggets, they can beat some people. And I like San Antonio. Utah, I think, still don't have the answers. And Phoenix, just too many problems injury-wise to go far like they did last year.
Experience could mean a big thing, and San Antonio may have a lot of it. Turnovers have become a major factor in the game. The Lakers have turned it over 5 times in the first 3 minutes of this period. And there is the story, a big edge. 22-6, the Lakers have mishandled ball. Now, Pat Riley has told us in the past he expects a lot of turnovers in a running game.
When you're a fast-breaking ball club, if you come out with 15 turnovers, you're really handling it beautifully because everything is done at twice the normal speed. But I'm very surprised that the Trailblazers haven't had a lot of turnovers. They've been running as well as the Lakers, so they can take a little bit more care with their fast breaks than perhaps the Lakers.
Paxson made 1. Magic's foul was his 3rd. 8:35 remaining, 4th period. 6-point lead. Coulter winds up with the ball. Portland can cut it to 4. Touch pass. Paxson inside. Michael Thompson, and it's a 4-point ball game, and the Blazers are making another one of their comebacks.
Boy, did they hang in there. This ball club with Paxson coming off the bench and Thompson coming off the bench now with Bowie. I tell you, this is a pretty versatile club the Trailblazers have.
Still Laker ball, and talk about people you can come off the bench with. You're going to see James Worthy coming in for the Lakers.
And here's Coulter pushing it up after the steal. Nice touch pass to Michael Thompson. He tries to swoop under from underneath, but Spriggs right there gets it back. That's really hanging tough with it.
Worthy is in for Spriggs, so the Lakers have their heavy metal in there, and will have a foul. And the foul is against Sam Bowie, his 3rd. He has scored 12 points and leads the team in rebounds. That is the 3rd team foul against the Blazers. The Lakers have 2.
Sam Bowie, I'll tell you. A lot of people think that rookies can't make an impact on defense. Sam Bowie has. Right? He's a pretty smart player for a rookie. He's got little things to learn. How to be physical and not get caught.
McAdoo loses the ball to Coulter. Paxson going for 3. 103 to 102. The Blazers, after tying in 5 and then falling behind by 13, are now within 1 of the Lakers. With 7:33, you see it remaining. Johnson going in against Bowie.
What do you do when you come at a big guy and you know he's a shot blocker? You cut down his reaction time. Magic sure did it that time.
Byron Scott checks in the ball game, and Mike McGee goes out. 4 fouls on Sam Bowie, but the Lakers now have their starting 5 with the exception of McAdoo or Rambis in there. Magic Johnson, the leading scorer in the ball game now with 33. "12 of 13 from the free throw line. 34 points now for Johnson. Lakers can't seem to shake the Blazers in this one.
Let's see. I got to get one. Whoa.
Alley-oop. They try to go to Drexler inside. Lakers come back. Winding down to 7 minutes to go in the 4th. Haven't seen much of the skyhook today. It's Laker ball as it was knocked off of Michael Thompson's leg.
A hustle by Worthy to keep it alive a little bit. Just knocked it off, I believe, Thompson. But I'll tell you, Sam Bowie played Jabbar pretty well that time. At 7'1", he looks like to be substantially bigger than Jabbar. It could possibly give him trouble on that skyhook.
He has played him well defensively. Kareem Johnson didn't have much control, and another rebound. That's 15 for Sam Bowie. Thompson ahead of the field on the fast break, and the Trailblazers again within 1. 105-104. Scott looking in, and Bowie picks it off. And a foul called against James Worthy. They said he tripped by Drexler.
Drexler's down and hurt. Now watch Sam Bowie here with quickness on his replay coming up. He gets out in front, and look at the physical part, and then just steps in front. It was a combination of good defense and a poor pass by Byron Scott.
If this were hockey, we'd have a penalty shot coming up right now.
Great defensive play for any veteran or rookie. But look at that wide base. The pass to Magic Johnson, but Bowie with quickness leaves Jabbar and gets at it. That's pretty good alertness for a guy who's inexperienced.
I think that we've answered the question as to the wisdom of drafting Sam Bowie. You said at the very top that you want to go with the big man, and it looks like they have a good big man, no question.
The only thing he's lacking right now is the inside offensive game, which I think they're working on.
He's fouled there.
And I think eventually he will develop that sky hook like Jabbar. He's a fine shooter, so if they can get him into that rhythm offensively, he's going to be a real force.
If you had a center, would you want him first to show that he can do it defensively, or first to show that he could score?
Well, defensively is the most difficult thing normally for people coming into the NBA because they're so used to playing zones. Look at Olajuwon has had problems. Bowie seems to have taken to it like a duck to water.
He missed 2 free throws, however, and the Lakers.
Or I was going to say an Easter Bunny to an egg.
Portland ball. Yeah, today you can say that.
I could say it, huh? Only today.
Well, the Blazers can take the lead. They haven't led since 9-8 early in the ball game, but with 6:10 to go in the 4th, a basket here will put Portland ahead of the Lakers. They get it to Bowie. Bowie in a crowd goes up without the ball. And Magic Johnson had it, and it'll be a Portland foul. They really surrounded Sam Bowie, the Lakers did, effectively inside.
Well, they're starting to think he's pretty good offensively. They built their house around him like teams usually build a house around Jabbar. Watch it. He's all alone. He should have gone right up instead of putting it on the floor. Look at the house. No windows. Down around the basement, somebody steals the ball from him.
Drexler's 4th foul sends Magic Johnson to the line as the Blazers are in the penalty now. Magic with 35 points. And now 36. Coulter and Paxson, the guard. Drexler playing a forward position. Bowie, the center, is playing up on top. Three-point attempt misses by Paxson. So now the Lakers, now Jack Ramsey is claiming illegal defense and getting no response from the officials.
They went 1-3-1 trap. That means some double teaming, so there could have been somebody in the lane there that wasn't called.
107-104 into Kareem. Doubled by Thompson and Bowie. Coulter doing a job on Scott. Sky hook. Kareem. 19 points for Abdul-Jabbar. And it's a 5-point Laker lead. Plenty of time remaining. Less than 5.5.
That was a little inexperienced play that time by Bowie. You saw him a couple of times go after the shot before. He should have gone after it that time.
Drexler, short. Here's Magic. Full head of steam. And Paxson does a good job on him, but there's Worthy. Timeout, Ramsey coming up. It doesn't take long, does it, for L.A.?
Don't let the Lakers score them in clusters. 6 straight points. No other heat
Goes to the Laker break. Here's one, Tom.
Fast break. You're going to see Magic coming up the court and advancing it as quickly as he can. But the speed of James Worthy, as we said many times, a big factor. Watch Magic create an opening right here now. And you're going to see Worthy just step right in there, and Magic hit him with the pass. Beautiful play. Worthy with that speed creates problems for any defense. And when you can go up in sky like that, it's all over.
Magic Johnson, you know about his 36 points, but he has 9 assists and 8 rebounds as well. He's having a terrific shooting game, both from the line and from the field. He is 11 of 14 from the field and 14 out of 15 from the line. Magic is playing a terrific ball game. Kiki Vandeweghe back in for Portland. 5 minutes to go. 7-point lead for the Lakers now. They're going to need points, and Vandeweghe's the man for that. Kiki leads them with 20. Drexler working inside. Good move by Clyde.
It ain't over yet, as they say.
Not by any stretch. Lakers slowing up, playing a half-court game. They look for Worthy and Kareem at those times. Coulter doubles Kareem. Someone's open. Good play by Drexler, and the head of the field is Coulter. And he misses the layup. It spins off, and the Lakers coming back, leading by 5.
That wasn't such an easy shot for Coulter. He had to catch it and let it fly all in the same motion.
Right. 4:14 and running. Kareem doubled again for Rambis. Basket is good, and a foul, and Kurt Rambis.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar kills you in so many ways. When you double him, they use him as a weapon in the last few minutes of a ball game. And when you start to try and take away his offense by double teams, he'll find the open man. Beautiful pass that time to Rambis.
11 points, 12 rebounds for Kurt Rambis. Of course, we're going to pick an MVP, and Magic's had a great game. But every time Portland has come close, it seems that Rambis is the one to really put the Lakers out ahead again. 114-106, winding down, 4 minutes to go. Michael Thompson, there's Bowie on the offensive rebound. He had position on Kareem.
Kareem let him slide inside. Now, Bowie has got some things to learn, as I mentioned before, just perhaps getting to that offensive and defensive board a little bit quicker than he's accustomed to from his college days.
He is second in block shots to Mark Eaton, who has been way ahead of everyone. But a 3-point play by Bowie, 114-109, under 4 minutes to go. Lakers' 14-game winning streak is on the line in this one. Worthy gets inside nicely, and a good pass to him.
Boy, he's tough when he gets that ball inside. Speed, good fakes.
Winding the 3:30 to go. 8 on the shot clock. Drexler's forced a few. He's played a good game, but he has forced at least 3 shots. 7-point lead for the Lakers. Magic. Portland ball, and Kareem argues with Jets Kersey.
Well, I don't know why Kareem's hollering. They should have called a foul. When you push somebody over It's either a foul or what have you, but they got away with one that time, I think, Kareem.
Vandeweghe, guarded by Worthy. Nowhere to go. 7 seconds on the shot clock. And Thompson will go up, fouled, and will go to the line. That is penalty situation for the Lakers, and Michael Thompson will have 2 important free throws coming up. Foul is on Rambis.
Michael Thompson is as important to this ball club as McHale is to the Celtics coming off the bench. He's a 2-position player. He can play center and power forward. And he's got a pretty good inside game, but he also can play Ramsey's outside pivot man where he goes out and makes those passes. A lot of people think he's the second best big man passer in the league.
Alvin Adams being another one.
That's what Pat Riley says.
116-111 under 3 minutes to go. 5-point lead. Worthy gets in there again. Rambis fighting for the loose ball. Winds up with it. He's terrific. His hustle has turned on this crowd today at the Forum. 13 rebounds, 7 off the offensive glass.
Well, and Bowie and Jabbar are really banging in there.
Loose ball on the pass, and Drexler on the open court. Thompson. And now it's 116-113 with 2:23 to go. Portland hanging in there to the end. Apparently the way they're battling back countless times today.
Well, Bowie has been forcing Jabbar way out from where he likes to get it.
Kareem has a 19, but it's a quiet 19 today. Magic beating Rambis.
Don't forget Superman. You've got to keep him in your eyesight.
Drexler misses. Portland has the possession. Under 2 minutes to go. Down by 5. And every possession for the Trailblazers is now important key. They want to get back. Vandeweghe from the corner hits. And once again, it's a 3-point game. Lakers. Timeout Story.
And Paxson about to come in, Dick, for that outside shooting. That might help open up the inside game of the Trailblazers.
Inside Worthy. And here is Jim Paxson coming back in the ball game. The foul was on Vandeweghe here.
Here's Clark Kent, Superman, hustling all the way. Nobody really paying too much attention to him, and sometimes that's a fatal mistake, but look at him hustle to keep that alive.
Meanwhile, Vandeweghe has 5 personal fouls, and we have a 20-second timeout. Want to remind you that we're getting close to the most exciting season. A string of exciting playoff games. The NBA playoffs on CBS, 3:30 Eastern Time, Saturday, April 20th. Starts it off. We'll have 4 teams, 4 broadcast groups starting it out. And we'll be with you all the way to the NBA Championship Series, which you will see exclusively on CBS, the home of great basketball and the home of the best basketball, NBA, with these top players.
I can't wait to get at the playoffs, Dick. If some of those teams are healthy coming in, the contest that we expected during the season, and it looks like some of them will be, I think there's going to be some blood flowing in the playoffs.
Well, we know about the teams in the East. You know, the Celtics are trying to win 2 in a row, but they're going to get a battle. You know, can Philly get it together again in time? Despite a little slump lately, Milwaukee has been a power all year long, and maybe there's another sleeper somewhere. And out west,
how about Detroit? You know,
can't count them out.
In the West here, Portland Ball Club is a perfect example. I mean, they had some serious injuries, allowed them to find other players that could help in the playoffs.
Big question, can Houston with Olajuwon and Sampson, the combination that few teams know how to match up against, do they have the savvy to handle the playoff pressure? We'll find that out too. And Denver, which can clinch the Midwest Division tonight. All that coming up in 2 weeks. Meanwhile, Lakers by 4, and Portland again with 1:23 to go. 13 on the shot clock. Drexler for 3, hits the shot, and it's a 1-point game. 119-118. Clyde Drexler has 17 points and 12 assists. This game's gone down to the wire.
Oh, and a matchup that the Lakers might use is Worthy.
Kareem doubled for the moment with Paxson. Scott comes back for 3. A 3-point shot by Byron Scott. He answered Clyde Drexler with a 3-point shot of his own, and the crowd loves it in L.A. Tommy, if you're Jack Ramsey, down by 4 with a minute to go, what's your strategy?
Well, you don't necessarily have to go for the three-point play here. Although if it's there in the hands of a Paxson or a Drexler, you ought to take it. But they're going to have a couple of possessions. This would be the perfect time to go to a Sam Bowie if he was really a power man, or perhaps a Michael Thompson. But then again, you got Kiki Vandeweghe, so they got lots of options out there. And I'm kind of curious myself to see who they're going to go to.
Do you try and shoot it quickly and get 2 more possessions after that?
Well, they're going to have plenty of time. They're going to take their real time, get a good shot out of this, at least 2. If it ends up that somebody gets an outside shot, fine.
All right. 19 on the shot clock.
Look, Cooper ended up with Vandeweghe. Now Magic has him, and that's the guy they're looking for.
Drexler into Bowie. Basket counts and a foul, and you couldn't ask for anything more. If you're Portland supporter, that is.
They had everybody wondering where Kiki Vandeweghe was. In the meantime, he came off the pick. And look at Bowie just step inside as Kareem was trying to cut off the penetration, and Bowie went up beautifully.
Magic Johnson has 5 fouls. Steve Coulter has come in now for Paxson. And Vandeweghe has gone out for Kenny Carr. What's the move there?
Well, defensively, particularly on the boards.
And Coulter for Paxson. Quickness.
Yep, quickness to get on Scott.
122 to 121. 16 on the shot clock. The Lakers by 1. Magic gets free and is fouled going in with 32 seconds to go.
Well, no fooling around by Magic, and that's the example of what I was talking about, making big plays. You know, you look at the clock, say, should we eat up the clock? Magic made his decision, took it to the hoop, was what he should have done. Could have gotten a layup. Now he's going to be at the free throw line. So
Paxson comes back in, and so does Kiki Vandeweghe for offense. So the situation substitutions in progress now for Jack Ramsey. And here's Magic Johnson with a sensational game today. And if he makes this free throw, Magic Johnson will set a season's high of 38 points. He had 37 against the Celtics on CBS back in February, right here at the Forum. And Magic Johnson is our Miller Lite MVP. And Light Beer from Miller is proud to present a check for $1,000 to the National Multiple Sclerosis Foundation on behalf of Earvin Magic Johnson, a season's high 38 points.
Well, we're going to see Portland coming down now. They, more than before, have to go for a three-point play some way, shape, or form. But they still got a chance for 2 possessions if they get a quick one. With 32 on the clock, an outside shot or a quick insider, they can go for 2 and then hope to get the ball back for another quick shot. But they've got to score on this possession, because if they don't, then Magic and the rest of the Lakers have a chance to eat out the clock.
This is Portland's last timeout.
Can you take him on the spread floor? Spread it. Keep here. You want to come in? You want to come in? Yeah, somebody get tell me. Now, be sure you can get the ball in down. All right?
Very important what Jack Ramsey just said. Be sure you get the ball in bounds. A lot of times you just take that for granted.
That's not the easiest thing in pro basketball.
Give it to Clyde. Clyde, shoot. You can come and get it. Now, if they're really pressuring so Clyde can't get the ball, then you take the middle and you 2 guys get wide. Now, well, you 2 are on the baseline. We need more than a bucket, so we have a chance to get it. If you take what I'm saying is take a drive and score with it if you can. If you get a good three-pointer, take a good three-pointer. All right? And you got to spread floor.
The best three-point shooters, Coulter is at 365. He's at 23 of them, and Kiki Vandeweghe is second with 11.
So Coulter is in the ball game too.
And Drexler and Paxson each have hit 1 three-pointer apiece today. So there are a lot of people out there who can do it. Michael Thompson will inbound. 32 seconds to go.
Well, they're going to let Michael Thompson see somebody coming to the ball, but he didn't get over the inbounder.
3-point game. Drexler in the lane, beating Bowie. And if it had gone, Portland would have had the chance for the three-pointer. So he'll go to the line, Sam Bowie, to shoot 2. 25 seconds to go, so the Blazers will get the ball again.
Well, that was a heck of a play by Drexler. He didn't really want to take the shot, but he certainly wanted to create some feeling that he was going to, so he could lay it down there or kick it out to one of their three-point shooters.
Bowie is 4 for 8 from the free throw line. And 5 for 9. He has 19 points and 16 rebounds as Paxson comes in for the Trailblazers, and Vandeweghe sits down.
Well, they're going to do a little bit of trapping here, or pressing, I would think. Paxson playing one guard and Drexler the other.
Portland comes down with the ball. They are down by 2. Sam Bowie ties the game with 19 seconds to go. The Lakers have 3 timeouts remaining. They're tied at 124. And the Lakers will call a timeout. So Sam Bowie made 1 out of 2. The second free throw came right out. And the Trailblazers tied it up. And so it's up to the Lakers now with 12 seconds showing on the clock.
He becomes a potential creator. If he doesn't shoot the ball himself, it's up to him to find the open man when he gets double teamed. He's very good at it. But Riley may trick him up and stick. As McAdoo coming in.
Keep in mind, Bowie has played defensively well against Kareem, and that may not be the way to go. Now, I'm not saying you don't know what Riley told his team, but the thing is that the Lakers are looking for free throws if they can't get the basket, so they may not try anything outside.
Well, they can't foul him, of course, but they're putting some beef back in there. Kenny Carr, as McAdoo came in. Paxson now will sit down.
124 all. 12 seconds to go. Kareem is doubled. McAdoo, 7 seconds. Kareem is going to go with a skyhook. And we're going to go into overtime, ladies and gentlemen, tied at 124. They went to the big man. And the Portland Trailblazers, who were down by 19 at one point and came back to 13, will have a 5-minute extra session, and here's how it ended, Tommy.
Well, a sky hook over Bowie. Little short. Blazers without timeouts have to hold on.
5 minutes coming right up now.
Whoever Kareem plays, whether he plays Michael or Sam, will curl him and let it pop. And the passer who enters the ball on a hard cut through, so he opens up his space.
Jack Ramsey talking to the Blazers, and here is James Worthy and Kareem on the Laker bench as they listen to Pat Riley.
Well, what you try to do in a situation like this is get off to a good start in the 5 minutes. Don't play cozy. Go at them right away. You're really trying. You got to gain possession on a jump ball here, so that's very, very important. Who has the first possession?
Each team gets 3 timeouts in overtime. It's a new rule this year. It was 2 each previously. So here we are at 124 all. 5-minute overtime period. The Lakers will have Kareem, Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Byron Scott, and Bob McAdoo. Michael Thompson, Sam Bowie, Clyde Drexler, Steve Coulter for the Portland Trailblazers. And Kenny Carr round out their 5. Jump it again.
Well, these little referees have trouble throwing it up over the heads of these 7-footers.
Last time these teams played in Portland, it was an overtime game, and the Blazers won. Controlled by the Blazers. Don't forget the penalty and the free throws occurs on the 4th team foul in overtime. Coulter, the rookie, and a very savvy rookie, you might add. Carr is open. Fake on Worthy, goes up without the ball. He just lost it. So the Lakers can break the tie here in overtime. Kareem does.
You can't let Kareem get back to the middle. That time Bowie got no help as he tried to play him for the sky hook. And Kareem knew it and wheeled to the middle.
21 for Abdul-Jabbar. Bowie outside. With a 2-point lead. Could be the kind of style and certainly the kind of zest of playoff basketball that we'll see in 2 weeks. Open is Scott. 4-point lead for L.A. with a minute gone by.
Boy, did he know where Scott was right away, like.
And they're going to call a foul on Byron Scott. And so Steve Coulter will go to the line to shoot 2. Scott, by the way, has 23 points, and he just picked up his 4th foul. Now, as far as foul trouble is concerned, Magic Johnson has 5, and so does Kiki Vandeweghe, and that bears watching. Coulter misses the first free throw.
Well, that was a big miss, needless to say.
1 out of 2. 3-point lead for the Lakers. Lakers are 0-2 in overtime, including the loss to Portland back at the end of March. Scott hit his last. Carr will get the rebound, although McAdoo fights him out of bounds. Portland has the ball, down by 3.
I tell you, McAdoo has been hustling like I haven't seen him in many a year, I'll tell you. Stayed with that rebound all the way till it went out of bounds.
Drexler with the ball. Thompson trying to set a screen for him. Drexler will take it. Misses the shot, but there's Bowie. And it's still Trailblazers ball. Bowie now has 18 rebounds in this game.
Well, he swooped in there. That time Jabbar did not block him up.
Lakers 14-game winning streak at home. Angling for 60 wins on the year. Coulter outside. Bowie with the offensive rebound. Laid it up a little too hard. Otherwise, Portland
would have gotten fouled on that shot.
Now the Lakers with a 3-point lead and under 3 minutes to go in overtime.
Well, you see the fact that the Trailblazers don't really truly have that go-to guy at the key point of the ball game.
Well, they don't have Vandeweghe. Now Vandeweghe comes in, he'd be the guy.
But the outside shooting kind of goes by the boards when you get a little tired, and you normally like to go to that big guy in close to the basket. And the Trailblazers don't have it all together in that department yet.
Vandeweghe for Carr. McAdoo hits outside. Bob McAdoo. And it's 130 to 125. And you talked about, let's not fool around. Let's move in front and take the lead in overtime. And that's exactly what Pat Riley's team has done. Halfway through overtime now.
And take those fast breaks when they're there.
Coulter with a drive. Rebound. Magic Johnson. Scott lost it. 3-on-2. Drexler. And he'll go to the line to shoot. Clyde Drexler will with 2:11 showing.
Well, one of the two with 5 are going out. It was either going to be Magic or Kareem. And Kareem says, I guess it was me, huh?
Foul is on Kareem. And he's out of the ball game. That is his 6th personal foul.
Now Drexler, that was a pretty heady play by Drexler. He saw that both Magic and Kareem were back there, both in foul trouble, and decided he was going to take it to him in hopes that one of them would, or both of them would give up and allow him to score the hoop. So that's a second-year player making a good decision.
Kareem fouls out, 21 points and 8 rebounds. So let's see. Sam Bowie's got to breathe a little bit easier now on both ends. 130 to 127, 3-point game, 2 minutes to go in overtime. McAdoo is short with it. Bowie taps it out, but the Lakers have a new clock.
Now without Kareem, they're a little bit different situation as to who to go to in the post. McAdoo has Vandeweghe on him.
Off a screen, no one on McAdoo. Picked up by Worthy. Rambis comes out in a pack with it. To McAdoo, to Worthy. Timeout, but it was Kurt Rambis, folks. Kurt Rambis. Tremendous hustle by Kurt Rambis set it all up. For Kurt Rambis, 14 points. More important, 14 rebounds. And what a contribution to the Laker cause today.
Yeah, here's the hero of the comic book, Superman, just hangs in there, goes in, uses his body, comes up with the rebound, and boy, did they attack him to try and get him away. But look at, good pass by McAdoo to pick up Worthy on the weak side, who was all alone. So the Lakers moving that ball around so beautifully under pressure. 5-point Laker lead right now. So, the Blazers had more than their opportunities to come off that board. One of the key things you want to do in these situations is only give a team one shot. You've got to control the defensive board when you get down to the clutch time.
The Trailblazers, as you look at the timeout picture, no field goals so far in overtime. All of their points have come from the free throw line. 3. Good defensive job. 1:24 to go. Kiki Vandeweghe and a runner. Dropped for him. 132 to 129. 3-point ball game with 1:18 to go. Vandeweghe with 24 points leads the Trailblazers. Magic has 38 to head the Lakers. Magic guarded by Drexler here. 1:07 on the clock. 9 on the shot clock.
I think they're going to pick on Kiki Vandeweghe, whoever he's guarding.
Worthy. And there's Rambis with his 15th rebound. What can you say about what he's done today? If it weren't for Magic, he'd be our MVP. I'll tell you that. Scott. Big basket for L.A. And Byron has 25 after 30 the other night. 45 seconds remaining. 5-point lead. Cut to 3 on Drexler's 21st.
I'll tell you know who Rambis is guarding? Being guarded by Bowie. That's pretty strong rebounding.
Here's the trap by Portland as the Lakers spread it out. 9 seconds to go.
But Bowie was trying to help on penetration.
Turnover. Michael Thompson. Paxson with 17. Tipped up by Bowie. Tipped again. Under the basket. Rambis comes out of the pack. And it's going to be Portland ball. 11 seconds to go and a 3-point game. And the Trailblazers may have to go for the 3-point shot.
Here's some board banging underneath. And look at Rambis. He's going to stick his nose right in it. And the ball goes out of bounds. But look at Drexler holding on for all he's worth.
11 seconds to go. Portland down by 3. That's their hope.
If you're taking it out and you're looking for Kiki here. Now, if you can't get Kiki, you should have Pax up top. Do we have anything left?
We have a timeout left. We have one left. Okay, we have one left.
Okay. If you can't make a good pass, take a timeout. Does everybody understand where you are? All right, Sam?
11 seconds.
11
Kiki
seconds.
Vandeweghe, apparently, from what we can glean, is the first option. Paxson the second for a 3-point attempt.
Well, that's what they're working for, the 3-point play. And Coulter will be in the ball game, and they'll have people spread out. Somebody undoubtedly will try and penetrate and kick it back out to an open man in certain areas.
Michael Cooper is going to come in the ball game, the best defensive man the Lakers have. Byron Scott is also in there. 11 seconds to go. We're in overtime. Portland needs 3 to tie. Vandeweghe inside, blocked inside. Drexler scores with 5 seconds to go.
Drexler was looking for the foul.
And he fouls Cooper immediately. 3 seconds to go. And the Lakers still not out of the woods.
Well, the Lakers had some pretty good defense on that play. As soon as it got into the hands of Vandeweghe, they doubled him and made him give it up to Drexler going to the hoop.
Portland's got to get the turnover. They foul with 2 seconds to go. Clyde Drexler will foul out of the ball game with 23. And it's the second team foul in the last 2 minutes. So that means that they will shoot this one. So now if Magic Johnson hits the free throws and it's a 3-point lead again, Portland, with still 1 timeout left, has 2 seconds to go for a 3-pointer to tie. And that's basically it, Thomas.
And I've seen games won with fewer time on the clock than that for a shot from outside. Namely one in the playoffs against my own team.
But Magic misses the free throw, and that could change the picture a lot.
Yep.
You know, Portland will call a timeout. They have 1 left.
As soon as they gain possession in one way or another.
Magic makes 1. The Blazers call a timeout, and so now Portland does not need to take a 3-point shot. A basket anywhere would tie it up. We'll be back.
Or not, just by the way they do. So don't give him too long a look. Kiki pops and Kiki's open. Sam's not dead open. You got Kiki. If you don't have either of those guys, you should have one of these guys weak side.
Doesn't sound like Jack Ramsey is thinking a 3-point shot here, does it?
Hey, you go for whatever you can get. And the percentage shot is in close. But I think the first pass that's received, that guy will get doubled more than likely, as Riley really attacked that offense of the Trailblazers the last time the Trailblazers had possession. So one trip might not allow for another pass to happen if they double the first pass inbounds.
All right, 2 seconds to go. Portland have not gone down easy in this game. The Lakers, by the way, have 1 foul to use. And that could take a full second off of the clock, and that could be a factor. Thompson will inbound.
And Worthy is going to fall back and try and maybe pick something off as somebody's coming to the ball.
2 seconds to go. Thompson intercepted by Cooper, and the game is over. Magic with 39, the high score. Bowie had 20. So for Tom Heinsohn, Pat O'Brien, Dick Stockton saying so long. The Lakers win in overtime.